There is a moment many practitioners are searching for in their work. The moment when something finally shifts, not just intellectually, not just emotionally, but at a deeper level, where the client's response actually begins to change, where triggers lose their intensity, where patterns that once felt automatic begin to loosen, where the client says something like, I don't know what's different, but it feels different. And for many practitioners, that moment feels unpredictable. Sometimes it happens quickly, other times it takes much longer, and it raises an important question. What actually creates that shift? Today, we're going to explore how hypnosis and nervous system coherence work together to help shift deeply rooted patterns and why these approaches are becoming increasingly important for practitioners working with grief, trauma, and emotional healing. If you are new to my channel, my name is Tina Brigitini. I am the founder of Brigitini Energy School, where we train practitioners in hypnosis, nervous system coherence, energy therapy, and integrative healing approaches. And much of my work focuses on helping practitioners to understand how to work not only with the mind, but with the nervous system itself. Because many of the patterns our clients struggle with is not simply conscious thoughts. They are automatic responses that are stored within the body. And shifting those patterns requires working at the level that they were formed. When someone experiences repeated stress, trauma, or emotional overwhelm, the nervous system adapts. It learns how to respond. And over time, those responses become automatic. The brain begins predicting certain outcomes. The body prepares for those outcomes, and the patterns reinforce themselves. This is how someone can find themselves reacting in the same way, even in situations that are very different from the original experience. The nervous system is not evaluating each situation from scratch. It is referencing past patterns. This is efficient from a survival perspective, but it can be limiting when those patterns are no longer needed. See, many clients try to change these patterns through willpower. They tell themselves to think differently, to respond differently, to stay calm. And while this can sometimes work, it's temporary. It doesn't create the lasting change. And this is because the nervous system operates at a level that is not fully controlled by conscious thought. When the body perceives a threat, it reacts automatically. And in those moments, logic may not override the response. And this is why approaches that work directly with the nervous system can be so powerful. They help to shift the pattern at the level where it exists. Hypnosis creates a state where the mind becomes more focused and the body becomes more relaxed. In this state, the nervous system begins shifting out of the heightened stress response. Brain activity changes. Attention becomes inward. The body signals safety, and this creates a unique opportunity because when the nervous system feels safe, it becomes more open to the new patterns. Suggestions can be introduced, new associations can be formed, and existing patterns can begin softening. Hypnosis is not about control. It is about creating a state where the nervous system is more receptive to change. Coherence supports this process by bringing the body into a regulated state. Breathing becomes more rhythmic. Heart rate stabilizes. The nervous system moves toward balance. When coherence is present, the body no longer is operating in survival mode. And this is essential because the nervous system is far more adaptable when it's not actively trying to protect against perceived threat. In this state, the body can begin updating its responses. The brain can reinterpret experiences, and the connection between memory and emotional intensity can begin shifting. When hypnosis and coherence are used together, they create both the state and the access point for change. Coherence regulates the nervous system. Hypnosis focuses the mind and opens receptivity. And together, they allow practitioners to work with patterns at a deeper level. This is especially important when working with grief, trauma, or long standing emotional patterns, because these patterns are often deeply embedded within the nervous system and they require more than surface level intervention. Practitioners who begin incorporating these approaches often notice several changes. Clients may begin responding differently to situations that previously triggered them. Emotional intensity may decrease. Patterns that felt automatic may begin loosening. Clients may describe feeling calmer without understanding why. These shifts are often subtle at first, but over time, they can become profound because the nervous system is no longer operating from the same patterns. I'd love to hear from those of you who have explored hypnosis or nervous system approaches in your work. Have you noticed shifts in your clients when you're working with these methods? What has your experience been? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. These conversations help build a community and they can be so supportive to other people who are reading them. So go ahead and take a minute and leave your thoughts. It is also important to recognize that the nervous system changes at its own pace. The body must feel safe enough to let go of old patterns. And this is why practitioner presence, pacing, and awareness are so important. So when a client feels supported and safe, their nervous system becomes more open to change and the process unfolds more naturally. If there is one insight I would like you to take from today's conversation, it's this: deep patterns are not changed through force, they are changed through creating the right conditions within the nervous system. And when practitioners learn to work with both coherence and hypnosis, they gain access to those conditions. Now, if you are a practitioner interested in learning more about these approaches, you can explore the trainings available through Bridgettini Energy School. You'll find a link down below in the description. And of course, if you're finding value in this series, make sure to subscribe to the Aligned Healer channel so that you don't miss the next video. Because next we are going to explore something that many practitioners quietly struggle with, and that is how to support clients in deep emotional states without absorbing their emotional energy. I look forward to continuing this conversation with you. Many blessings, Tina Bridgettini.